So you have an old pair of jeans and they've passed their expiry date. They might have stains and what all over them and they're just looking a bit tired. Don't throw them away because what you can do is reverse bleach them. So let's have a try and see what we can do. So here is my pair of jeans. All I've done is just literally fold and fold and fold and fold all the way up the legs, on both legs, and then across the bottom area as well. So essentially it is just fold, 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 fold at about an inch, inch and a half in width. Now, all I've done is to put the folded jeans into a bathtub, or you can use a sink, whatever, doesn't matter, or even a bucket. And I've put it against the side just to keep the folds from falling apart and losing their shape. You could also use some lacquer bands and put a couple of lacquer bands on it as well, but I don't want to impede the design with the lacquer bands. So we'll see how we go without it. This is the bleach that I'm using. It's White King detergent bleach. I think this bottle was about $5 something from just one of the supermarkets. And it doesn't have one of those little squeezy kind of tops on it. So it's an open lid top, which is a little bit of a drawback in terms of doing this, but you can transfer it into like a squeezy top sort of sauce type lid bottle and make it easier if you're wanting to do shapes that are a little bit more in control of rather than just kind of hit and miss. So I'm going to do the hit and miss because that's what I've got to work with today. So we've got our jeans in the bathtub and I'm just going to literally drizzle my bleach just sort of backwards and forwards, and it's going to hit and miss into those little crevices. And I'm hoping that the design is going to be kind of cool. A tip is not to get your bottle close to the bath edge. I should have probably pushed it along a bit. Maybe I can still do that. Just so that you can get your bottle to do what it wants to do without him being knocked around by the bathtub side. Need to go a little further along again. Make sure you get right out to those edges, because that's obviously going to be the sides of your denim. Okay. That looks good. Now I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to do the other side. So both sides are done of our bleaching and now we just have to wait. So it, depending on how long and what sort of depth of colour loss you want with the bleach, you'll start to see results pretty quickly, and within the hour you might want to take it out. As you can see, it's already starting to work its magic on this side that I did first. So it doesn't take long. So we'll come back and we'll see in a little bit what it's doing. All right, we'll have a little sneaky peeky and see what's going on here. Oh, it looks like a cool pattern. Very cool. Ooh, looks good. Okay, I'll just leave it just a little bit longer. That's looking good. All right, so it's been approximately 20 minutes. And let's have a little bit more of a little look at what's going on down here. And so I think we're gonna leave it a little bit longer. That's looking pretty good. I'm really liking this white that's coming through, so I'm going to leave it a little longer. just for this top area to do a little bit more. This is coming along good. I'm going to leave it a little bit longer. Just while we're waiting for my jeans to come down in the colour, I thought I would show you a different result on a pair of overalls that I did recently. So same process, same bottle of bleach, but different. This one I just kind of poured randomly across the denim, and it came out with a different kind of effect, which is still really cool. I then added some patches and I frayed up the denim a little bit just to give it that rustic edge along one leg. But you can get a million different designs, different folds, different ways of dragging the material together, whether using like a band. You could do like a tie-dye effect. You can do different folds, and the bleach is going to hit those areas in different ways. Okay, we're at the 37-minute mark, and I think that that's probably what we'll get. So, looks cool. It'll always be a little bit darker while it's wet. Generally it lightens up a little bit when it's dry, but it is looking pretty funky. Really cool. So what we're going to do now is simply rinse the bleach off. And as I said, if you've got a bath, it's much easier to manage. I'm just going to take my watch off. Better to do this with gloves on. Obviously bleach can burn the skin. So if you do have a pair of plastic gloves, I do recommend that you wear it throughout the whole process. I've just done this so many times that I can get away with it because I wash my hands basically straight after doing anything or touching the bleach with soap. So now we're just going to rinse the bleach off, and then what you'll do is put it through the washing machine. I recommend about 3 times because I find that 2 times I can still smell the bleach, and obviously you don't want to be wearing your clothes around and smelling like bleach. So give it a 3rd wash, even if it's just a quick 3rd wash on a quick cycle, just to get rid of that remaining residual bleach smell. So basically we're just going to take it all out, and you can see the colour of the water. And that's just basically the bleach and the dye that's coming out of the jeans. And once that starts to become clear water, you know that you're pretty much right to throw it into the washing machine. But give it a good rinse out, pop it in the washing machine a minimum 3 times, and then wear away. Add some patches. You can get patches at artisanlife.com.au. There's plenty of decorative kind of patches there, from crocheted patches to, oh, look at that colour. Almost looks like pea. Through to all kinds of different patches that you can add if you want something that's a little bit more different again still. All right, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'll show you again when it's all dry so that you can get an idea of what it comes up like when it's the finished product. Okay, so these are out of the wash 3 times. This is the pattern that has produced, which I think is actually really kind of cool. You can really see some of those tucks and folds, you know, so it gives it a bit of a different look. Let's just turn it over and have a look at the back. This is still wet as well, so it will look a bit lighter when it's dry, but this is essentially straight out of the wash. All right, and that's our back. So lots of really cool bits on the back. So basically this has just brought about a new pair of pants from an old pair that I would have probably thrown to the op shop. And it's given it a really nice, unique and funky look. So see what you can do with a bottle of bleach and some denim.